Hey, what's up, y'all? This is Chris here, founder of Rooted Music. I'm so excited that you joined us in this tutorials course. And before you get started in this tutorial today, I would encourage you just to watch the teaching up front before the playdown. Print out the chord chart that you should see at the bottom right-hand corner of your screen right now. Print out that chord chart, and as we go through the chords in each section, take some notes if you need to, just to help yourself remember before then you watch the playdown, because the teaching is really where all the gold is, where the meat is, before we really get to playing this song. So really kind of allow yourself to methodically go through the teaching. Allow yourself to take some time and really soak up the teaching before watching the playdown of it. And then when you do watch the playdown of it, you'll be way more ready to receive that info than before. So have a great time with this tutorial.
Hey y'all, my name is Shane Cole, and I'm here with another bass tutorial with Rooted Music. So today I'd like to talk about goodness of God. So like many of these songs that we play, there's a bunch of versions out there. So the version I'd like for you to reference while playing back, it's called Goodness of God, live in parentheses on the Victory record by Bethel Music. So I'd love to not have to say actual notes, names of notes throughout this tutorial for a couple reasons. It's easier to say numbers, first of all. Secondly, I would love for you, if you don't already know about numbers, I would love for you to start to try to learn. It just opens up unlimited possibilities while playing. If you can kind of start to see music more of like a bunch of notes relationship to each other and less like, you know, what an actual note's name is. So the foundation of that is you got to understand your major scales and how they pertain to the key. So the key of this song is A flat. So all we have to do is we have to find the notes of A flat and then stick a number to each of them, and then that's kind of the foundation of how all this works. So A flat, the way I play it, the lowest position in bass would be right here. It looks like this. Okay, and what we have there is A flat, B flat, C, D flat, E flat, F, G, and then we're back to A flat. So all you got to do is, and you can play it high here too. So if you follow up to A flat and you do that same shape, check it out. So it's the same finger position that I did. I just moved my starting note to the following A flat. Okay, so all you got to do is take the first note, A flat, in the A flat scale, and call it number 1, and then you just continue giving a number to the next note. So A flat would be 1, B flat would be 2, C would be 3, D flat would be 4, E flat would be 5, F would be 6, G would be 7, and then we're back to A flat, which would be 8, but we're just going to keep calling it 1 because it's just 1. So basically, if you're reading a number chart, whether or not you play it high or low is up to you, at your discretion. So I like to save the low notes for the real epic parts of the song, and I like to save the high notes for the tender parts of the song where maybe I have a little bit of space to be a little more expressive. I'll go up high and maybe pick up here where it's a little mellower instead of, you know, all my power and attack back here. So this song is so great. This is a personal favorite of mine. So cool thing is the sections repeat in a pretty straightforward manner. So I'm not even going to go over the intro because it's just acoustic guitar vamping on a few chords. First verse, bass does not play, so we'll get to the verse later. Chorus 1 is where you'll come in. So I'd say earlier on in the song, we're just going to play the changes, and what I mean by that is we're pretty much just going to pluck the note when the chord changes. And between the chord changes, we're just going to let that note ring as long as we can. So it's just this nice foundational bass sound. So look at the chorus, and just for the sake of understanding it, look at these chord changes in groups of 4. So group number 1 is just 4, 4, 1, 1, and I'm repeating those numbers because they last a long time. So I'm counting bars like that. So every 4 of that would be a measure. So if I say play a 4 twice, I'm saying just play it for 2 measures. So like 8 beats if you're counting like this. Cool. So section 1 of the chorus, 4-4-1-1. Section 2 of the chorus, 4-4-1-5. Section 3 of the chorus, 4-4, and then you walk from 1 to 6. So that 1-7 walk is pretty quick, and I'll show it to you in a second. And then finally, the 4th section of the chorus is 4-5-1-1. All right, so how that looks a little more in context together looks like this. So section 1, 4-4-1-1. Section 2, 4-4-1-5. Section 3, remember it's 4-1 and then 4-4 and then it's got the walk down between 1 and 6. This is what it sounds like. Cool. And then the last section of the chorus is 4-5-1-1, and all that sounds like is this. Cool. So that brings us to verse 2, which is the first time that we play a verse. And so we'll break it up in sections again. So it'll be this one's a little more, just slightly more complicated. So we've got 1, and then 4-1, and then we're gonna walk down to a 6 there. 4-5, and then kind of like halfway through the verse, you start on a 6 chord to a 4 chord, and then we'll walk down from 1 to 6 again. And then 4-5-1 to get back into the chorus. So I'm going to do that again without talking over it so you can kind of hear it in context. And if you're unfamiliar with this song, these changes get much, much easier once you kind of learn how the vocal works. So if you can kind of sing along in your head, it makes a lot more sense. And we will play down the song after this tutorial. So again, the verse. Okay, so now that we've played through verse 2, which is, again, the first verse that we play, second verse of the song. After that comes chorus 2, which I'm not going to break down again because we have it from earlier, and this chorus is the same as the first chorus, the one that we played on earlier. So after chorus 2, we have the bridge. Bridge is pretty straightforward. All the changes happen nice and evenly. And we get to play a 3 chord, which is always fun. So here's the changes. So we got 3, 4, 5, 1, and we do that twice. And then we go 3, 4, 5, 6, and then it's back to 3, 4, 5, 1. So it's kind of like A, B, A, sort of, if you're thinking about it like that. So it's like patterns the same, switches once, and then it's back to the normal thing. And they'll go through the bridge twice. So what I just described, you repeat that entire idea one more time. So here's what it sounds like in time. I'll just play it down once. Cool. So you'll do that. You'll do exactly what I did, one total more time. And then what it'll do is it'll drop down into the third verse. And we don't play on the third verse. We will build into the final chorus, though. So the only difference between verse 3 and the other verses is that very last note before the following chorus starts. You're just going to play the one chord slightly longer. So as I mentioned, we're not really playing on verse 3, but we'll kind of just fall in at the end so that we're kind of building into the final chorus rather than just like abruptly dropping in on the final chorus. So basically you go through the verse, and when the few bars before the chorus, we'll just play a one chord like this. And follow the drums too. They're playing, the kick drum is kind of going along, so follow along with that so you can build with the drummer. And it'll sound something like this. I may slide from one of the one chords to another like this. Something like that. And then we have a chorus, which I won't explain note for note because we have it from earlier. But the only thing to note is once you get to the end of this chorus, we're going to tag a section of it. So when the vocals say, I'm going to sing the goodness of God, normally that would be 4, 5, 1. We're going to go 4, 5, 6 for the first time it happens. And then the second time it happens, we'll do 4, 5, the normal changes to the 1. And we're going to hesitate slightly on that final one chord for kind of a cool, dramatic, and obvious ending. So stick around, and we're going to go through, I'm going to play down this song so that you can watch all the parts come together.
I love you, Lord. Oh, your mercy never fails me. All my days I've been held in your hands. From the moment that I wake up until I lay my head, oh, I will sing of the goodness of God.